started your career, I am sure that you had aspirations of having a successful career, because why not? Everything around you, whether it's television, movies, your professors, your parents, they all have implanted this vision in your mind of what a successful career is. But what about having a definition of what a successful career is for yourself? Today, I'm gonna be sharing with you 2 tools that I've used in my career and that I use with my coachees that help them determine whether or not their career is a successful one. For the best advice on how to gain unstoppable confidence in your career and in your life, click the bell notifications and subscribe to my channel to be notified every single time I release a new video. I'm Christmas Hutchinson and I am your confidence upgrader. I remember when I was in college and I was preparing for my career, the professors and the professionals around us would always tell us what a successful career is like. Even magazines like Fortune magazine, Inc. 500, Forbes magazine, they were always highlighting these people who appeared successful. So when I started out in my career, and for many, many years in my career, I pursued those measurements of what success were from what I had been told and what I had read. And most of it was like, you gotta be an executive to have a successful career. You need to be a CEO to have a successful career. And what I found is that the pursuit of going after what the people around me had told me was successful was leaving me tired, it was leaving me anxious, it was leaving me stressed, because it was like this dangling carrot out in front of me that I was always chasing, but I can never get a hold of. Today, I'm going to share with you 2 tools I use to measure the success of my own career, and these are the tools I have given my coachees as well. Because at the end of the day, success looks different for everyone. We have to define it for ourselves. So let's get into it. The first tool I use to measure whether or not my career is successful, and the tool that I give my coachees, is that you are appropriately compensated for the contributions that you make in your company. Now, you're gonna be like, well, I think that I should make $1 million. Well, maybe you should be making $1 million, but how do you know if you're being appropriately compensated? Well, for one thing, when you go to work, you don't feel like this is not worth the money. That's a giveaway. Anytime you feel like you're not appropriately compensated, there's something that is happening at your job, whether there's drama or stress or something that's going on that makes you feel like this is not worth the money. If you're ever having a feeling that the work that you're doing is not worth the money, then you're not being appropriately compensated. And when we're thinking of compensation, we're not just thinking of salary. We're thinking of fringe benefits. Benefits like you may get free lunch at work, or they give out gift cards, or they give out spot bonuses, or maybe they give out decent bonuses at the end of the year. Compensation is not all about just the salary you get. When you're looking at the picture of whether or not you're being compensated for the value you contribute, look at the entire picture to get the best measure of whether or not you are having success in your career. Comment below and let me know the tool that you use to measure success in your career. The second way to measure the success of your career is, are you proud of the contributions you've made in your career? And this could be any job, so there's no judgment here. This could be all the way down to the janitorial staff, all the way up to the CEO. Every single job has a contribution. So when you're thinking about the contributions that you're making, you're thinking about the lives that you've touched. Are you proud of those contributions? Are you proud of the products that you've contributed to or the products that your company is making? These are important questions to ask because there's going to be a day when you become up there in age. I like to do this mind exercise and just think about when I'm in my 80s. Like, I want to make sure that I have spent my time appropriately. Just think about the contributions that you're making and ask yourself, are you proud of them? So when you're thinking about success in your career, you want to think about, what will my future self say about the time that I've spent there? Because that's going to be the success. The success is not going to be the title. The success is not going to be all of the money showering down on you. The success is going to be in how you made people feel, what you contributed to the world, and how you felt about those contributions. For a deeper dive into confidence coaching, join my monthly coaching program called Rise Up to get monthly coaching that just takes deep dives into the subjects of career and confidence. That's all I have for you today. See you next time.